All right. Thursday, June 1st, 2017. We are back again for the third time today. So 11 p.m. from Chicago. All right, so I've actually gotten a new Ethernet cable. I got one from my roommate because I noticed that my internet would keep cutting out, and I think it was just the cable was really old and stiff, and every time I accidentally touched it, it would cut the internet and the stream would get cut off. So hopefully this new cable is going to fix this problem. All right, let's get to work. Let's listen to some Poly Bridge. All right, now what are we doing? Very quiet night today. I don't think anybody is watching. I can play all the Polybridge music that I want. Oops. I did not want to do that. facing purple, facing purple, facing purple, facing purple, facing purple, facing purple, facing. Oh my god. This is so stupid. This is taking a very long time to optimize this level. This step takes too long. Hey, thank you, Good Idea Co, for the host. How'd the rest of your stream go? It's been super quiet, as in no, I've been streaming for about half an hour and you're the first person that said anything. Super late night. I mean, that's how these late night streams go. Wolf Lion, what's up? What's up, my man? Yeah, it's fun though, you know. For me, I actually have a hard time working if I'm not streaming now. It's just so easy to get distracted. I mean, you have all the world's information just a click away. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I also like listening to Dr. Dre on repeat, and that stuff is not so good for streaming, but anyway, thanks for the host, man. development. Waiting for this level to play. You decided to stop trying to learn Unity? Is that, you know, it takes time. I think it helps if you have a specific project. Yeah. No, I know. Yeah. I think I kind of know what you mean. There's limited mental energy. Like I talk about going to the gym a lot, but I haven't been able to increase the weight. Like I kind of take it very easy at the gym. Just like it's hard to kind of keep pushing. It's like that mental energy sort of translates into motivation. Yeah, it's like there's only so many things you can focus on and do well at a time. You know, it's like now that I'm kind of in this crunch mode for the game, my room is just sort of a huge mess. Oh, this level is sick, by the way. Yeah, I need something that's more, that really just takes my mind off things. The thing is, I like, wow, this is really sick. Hello? Ah, yeah. I'm sure kids kids take a... Yeah, kids are a whole activity onto themselves. I think. trying to do with this? Oh, right. Hey, I had kids when I played The Sims. Yeah, I had a roommate over the summer that had 2 children, super young, and I remember when they came to visit, it was very intense. Like 4 and 1-year-olds, they're just, my apartment is not kid proof, and they're just running into everything. It's like all these corners just at the level of their, right where their head is. Hey, try harder. Well, allow me to entertain you while the good idea is off. That sounds good. Allow me to entertain you. I shall be your entertainment for the evening. Monument Valley? This is like Monument Valley on acid. You have no idea what you're talking about. I actually did not go through green light. I did not have to go through green light. I emailed Valve and I was like, hey, here's my game. No, it wasn't quite like that, but yeah, I did not have to go through green light. I'm on Unity's site. Oh, so much beautiful. Thank you, Unity. Yeah, you can't spend too much time thinking about that though, you know. You gotta... At the end of the day, you gotta It's just important to get the game out. The game's also been in development for 4.5 years, so... Well, thank you for the hard follow, Mr. Tryharder. But you were working on a game project, no? Games are terrible. Yeah, I've said it multiple times. Hey, Rory Bell. Yeah, you know, when I started, I was like, hey, I think this'll all make a game in 3 months. And 4.5 years later. So, though I think really what the main thing you need for game development is perseverance. Maybe. Or just a level of stupidity so that you don't know when you should give up. Like, it's actually kind of I honestly, I find it hard to believe I've been working on this game for so many years. I think it's probably like all indie devs. I don't think anybody starts off expecting their project to take 5 years. It's a few weeks ago, I'm sort of having to look at it now because I'm starting to. Right now, my current task is to connect up all the levels in the second half of the game so that you can play the game from start to finish. And it was sort of, and that's like so I'm basically on this like big content push, and just being in this stage is something I've wanted to do. If I've wanted to be at this stage for the last 2 years. It's like the last 2 years I've just been trying to get here, but you know, we had to do the architecture, we had to do the save system, we had to do the menu system. There were game mechanic problems, there were design problems, life stuff got in the way, and it's learning to manage other programmers, and it's like all this stuff, and it feels weird to finally be here. It's very anticlimactic, you know. It's like it wasn't like I did one thing and then all of a sudden it was there, and it wasn't you know, there were no fireworks. It was more just at some point I realized that making the levels in the second half was the most important thing. You know, you always have like a million tasks, and then they just all have different levels of priority. And then at some point it was like, you know, it was like I wanted to make levels for second half of the game, but it was just low priority compared to all this other stuff. And then at some point it's like, oh, actually now this is the thing I gotta work on. Well, yeah, there's I made a development video which I think you might like, where I talk about explain a bit about what I've been up to, and what this game, a little bit more about what this game is about. Oh, and Mr. Try Harder. So yeah, we do have a, if you like the game, if you're interested, we do have a Steam store page, and you can add, it's not out yet, and I don't have an exact date, but like you should add the game to your wish list. That way when it comes out, you will be notified. Okay, Ford Yellow. Now, what I want to do, level systems. Let's bind this reference. Okay, so this is a yellow portal looking at red. Yellow portal looking at red. So this is a yellow portal looking at red. Science World 044 to World 033. Yep, and now level systems, we are going to bind this. Now, where are we? Okay. Zixarner, hey, how's it going? I think it's just you here, actually. But welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This node system is actually starting to be kind of a pain. Not too bad. Yeah, kind of just working on the connecting up levels in the second half of the game, which is a huge milestone. But it's an interesting challenge because it's sort of a lot of the systems we implemented, we didn't really stress test it. You know, for example, like this, we set it up and it was cool and it worked well. For like 2-3 of these, but then now it's like there's 50 of them or something, and it's a huge mess to organize this. it should be yellow, and it should be... Yeah, but... you know, I didn't either, but at, when it's this big, you pretty much have to. Thunder Marks, you graduated from high school? College? Either way, congratulations. Now, what is next? Awesome. How do you feel? High school, it's just the beginning. Well, that's awesome, man, because, you know, you graduate from college and then you're thrown into the real world. That's not fun, but, you know, what are you doing this summer? And I'm assuming you're going to college next year? Congrats. I remember my high school graduation. I was actually I won't brag. I was the valedictorian, but it's different in Canada. It's not based on your GPA. I was voted valedictorian. Wow, you guys should I'm sure you guys have a lot to talk about. Well, congratulations to both of you. Four-year university for engineering or business administration, or both, or maybe something else. You know, you gotta... people change. You should be open to learning new things. Try out, at least your first year, you know, try out a whole bunch of stuff. Experiment. Do they have trade school for coding? You know, I mean, ultimately, especially with programming, all education is self-education, right? I think if you, regardless of which school you go to, I think you need to be doing projects on your own. That's really how you're gonna learn. The nice thing that I love about game development is that nobody cares where you went to school, or at least on the indie level. Maybe if you're like doing super high level research, they care if you have a PhD. But so far in my experience working with people, all the people I've worked with, I do not know. Like the 3 people I'm working with now, part time, all fantastic. No idea where they went to school. I mean, they're in Europe, so I don't know the system. I don't know the schools. Arthur Brucey, who's helping me with the rendering, brilliant guy. He was actually the lead graphics programmer on Ori and the Blind Forest. He started working for Ori and the Blind Forest when he was in high school. So certainly being a student doesn't mean you have to do, you know, quote unquote student quality projects. Oh man, come on. You grew up with the internet. When was YouTube invented? Yeah, YouTube was launched 12 years ago, which means you had YouTube when you were a kid. I did not have YouTube when I was a child. I remember a time before the internet, so you've got no excuse there, my friend. Oh, I'm sure there is. You're just not looking hard enough. I've seen some bot coding. There's a Twitch channel. I've met some people doing robotics with Twitch. Yeah, I'm not super familiar with that stuff, but I know it exists. But that's pretty awesome. Congratulations, man. It's an exciting place to be, actually. I'm very excited for you. If there's one thing you've learned, it's to network. It is important, yeah. You're a little, well, I was going to say you're a little too early for networking, but maybe there's no such thing. But I mean, you know, also don't forget to have fun while you're in college, man. Instructors, yeah, for robotics, I am really not the guy to talk to. If you're talking to game development, I got some good people, but for, I don't know, Arduino stuff. Ju5 Justice. Ju5255. Hello and welcome. Welcome to our little corner of the internet, where we try to make game development fun, but fail spectacularly. Oh, come on. What's going on here? Could not find hallway. Oh. Guess I never made one for that. So, Justice, how are you doing tonight? I'm just gonna assume that's how you pronounce your name. How is June treating you so far? It is June 2nd. You know, I thought, for some reason I thought May was like the 6th month of the year. Cause you know, like, 1 o'clock means the first hour has passed. So I kept thinking like the end of May meant that this, like the June being this, I didn't think May would, Yeah, I thought June. The beginning June meant that the 6th month has the June meant that the 6th month has already passed, but no. And I was kind of freaking out because I was like, oh God, we're in the second half of June, second half of 2017, but no, we're still in the first half. It's just late. It's past midnight here. I've been working too much. Exactly. It's programming and counting at 0 that screwed me up. So, are you, those of you off to college next year, or rather this year, you thinking about doing game development? What the? Ah! That is a good observation. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, AAA is different than indie, but yeah, I would say I would recommend against getting a game development degree. I would just do computer science, you know. Not that you couldn't translate. I mean, programming is programming, right? But I think it's good to. Now, why in the world? You laugh, but I think that's actually a pretty difficult job. You know, if you think about what it is you gotta do. I had a friend of mine in high school, his father was a gynecologist. We actually, you know, of course we're in high school, so we got the jokes, but I don't think it's what you think it is. 8 years plus medical school. Sometimes I think about going to medical school. I think it's too late. It's facing red. Too late for me. No, not too late. But I'm not sure if it's something I'd be interested in. It's, you know, it's like, yeah, it'd be great to help people, but there's just so much bureaucracy involved, I think. Facing red. Why is this not working? We'll go more in depth about the. Well, it sounds like your interests are pretty broad. So yeah, you know, I mean, I'm sure you can take a lot of classes. if you can major in computer science and just, I'm sure you'll have plenty of room for electives. Do you know? You don't have to talk about. You don't have to say where you're going. But you're a college student. You're supposed to be broke. Nebraska, Lincoln. Yeah. Oh yeah, we've talked about this. He's not been to Lincoln, only Omaha. This song feels very Nebraska. Aye. You can get work study. Hey. The thing is, if there's a computer lab at school, you should try to work there. That is the cushiest job. I swear, those guys, I think they sit there and play Civ, and then like help people print stuff once in a while. And they usually get paid more than the other gigs in school. You know, I did balloon animals at birthday parties. But yeah, there was like we had a computer lab, and a friend of mine, Steven, he worked there, and he was graduating this one quarter. Like, he graduated like during winter quarter or something, and so he graduated like a week before everybody else, and so all his friends still had final. Cushy, I mean, yeah, comfy. All his friends still had finals, so they all asked him to take his shifts. They all asked him to take their shifts at the lab. And of course, everybody was just like studying and writing papers, so nobody was, bothering the staff. And he didn't have any work to do, so he just spent a week playing Civ and getting paid. Lost interest in games. What are you talking about, Galactic Veno? You mean this? You're amazed at how awesome this stream is? You've lost it. Well, sometimes maybe you just need some time away. Oh, man, I wasn't even paying attention to the game. I was telling my Steve computer lab story. And I do miss just kind of hanging out with a whole bunch of people. The thing that's cool about being in school is you're just constantly randomly running into people, right? Which is fun. It's like that's how friendships form. There's like a sociologist, I think there's some study that said there's like 3 elements to how like elements. People talk about it's so much harder to make friends as an adult, and it's true. Because you need it's like the people around you. They need to be They need to have similar experiences, and if you're in school, Like you kind of have it. I need like a shared culture. Get that in school, and then you also need like you know, kind of frequent and random interactions. Which is also something you get in school. And then there's something else, but I don't remember. Anyway, school's like the perfect place for that. Trying to do again. I think this is one of the stupidly hard puzzles. Oh yeah, that's a cool screenshot. Oh, that's a cool shot, huh? Oh, what am I trying to do with this thing again? Oh, right. Oh. Right. Is this puzzle possible? There may or may not be puzzles that are impossible to solve. The fuck? What? Oh, right. Oh man, I'm so dumb. Alright, cool. Well, congratulations again. Oh, come on! Sorry, that wasn't set up correctly. What? Okay, what is going on here? Okay, I also need to make a way to just create a bunch of random cubes. Yeah, I need to do that this weekend. Okay. Ah! Yeah, okay, you know what? I need to create the other cubes, 'cause otherwise it's too annoying. What? Come on. Why is this... What? 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 Oh, this is weird. What? Why is this not working? What is wrong with you? Ah! You fool. There ended up being two of them. Come on, Unity, load. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, the Hey! What's up, Skyway Interactive? Oh. Uh, 12:36. It's actually not that late. But yeah, I'm just, you know, it's. I've been wanting to get to this spot for so long. This where I'm just like content push, and yeah, I'm just kind of riding this momentum. It's a weird place to be. Like, this is my third stream of the day. Yeah. Yeah, like working on the game now is just sort of my default state. It's like if I'm not, if I'm not eating or sleeping, I'm just here. Yeah, I just want to get this game out. It's not gonna make itself. It's not going to make itself. And also the problem is right now I'm the bottleneck in the project. Like the developers I'm working with now are like, hey, is there more stuff for me to do? And I'm like, yeah, but I need a second first. Like you're doing things too quickly. And I appreciate the support, man. It's been awesome having you guys here. It's really the streams kind of helped me get through some of these parts. It's been really good. Oh man, I'm super happy with. Oh, I am no clipping all over the place. Just totally cheating, but hey, that's awesome. Yeah, I just sort of, you know, I didn't start off making that many. It kind of just slowly happened. Oi! What is going on here? Oh man, we are loading so many levels. Oh, okay. Right. So I don't know if you saw that total like frame rate freak out. This is kind of a special level. Okay. So we got some coding to do this weekend. Anyway, I am going to wrap up this stream now. It is 12:40. I'm gonna get some food. Just streamed for 1 hour and 40 minutes. So I will be back today, Friday. I'm actually going to go meet with some of the other Chicago indie developers to kind of ask them about stuff to be aware of as I move forward. You know, I need to start talking to Sony about, you know, launching on PlayStation 4. There's so much stuff, man. The thing that's crazy about thing with game development is like the end. There's more work and so many different there's more work on the game, but then I also have to start doing marketing, trailer, launch date planning. It is console port. There's so much stuff. I gotta think about music, design, playtesting, and there's just so many things you're switching between, right? Like you saw that level loading problem, that huge frame rate when I went into the room, and that's because it's trying to load. It's not so most of the levels in the game are, you know, we have this portal system. Most levels in the game are connected to like one or two, usually two other levels, like maybe 4 or 5 for a big one, but there's one area in the game that's like kind of connected to a whole bunch of them, right? So it's like 20. So the way I'm doing level loading doesn't work for that. Like it's not meant to load all 20 of those levels. It sort of maxes out at 4 or 5. So I need to go in and fix that. But it's like all the stuff that I'm thinking about. Okay, so I have to like go in and figure out the level loading system, right? So that's like dealing with the code and how we're bringing in these assets. Then there's like, okay, well, the this is all as an indie, right? Especially if you're a solo, if you're a small team. And then I'm like, well, I don't really like the art style for this. So you're like, and as an art director, and then I'm looking at the rest of this, and I'm thinking about like how the game's gonna get, the level's gonna get connected. So as a game designer, it's like, okay, tomorrow I gotta talk to these other indie devs about, what I need to talk to PlayStation 4 about. As a producer, it's like, okay, I need to get these numbers, and I need to like set up an account here and get them to do this and do that. And and then I'm like, hey, this would make for a cool picture on the blog. So then I'm in, marketing mode, and this is trailer, music, money. Oh man. What have I gotten myself into? But anyway, one thing at a time. One thing at a time. One thing at a time. Yeah, I mean, part of the nice thing is sort of having been doing that for the last 5 years, I'm just a lot better at it. But yeah, it is a marathon. So, it's like, man, I want to keep going, but I also know I should get some sleep, because that's going to help me. And it's, I like recently I've had to do this, like step back and look at everything, like look at the big picture, but I actually try not to do that too much, because it can get super overwhelming. And like all the stuff I just talked about, right? It's like you just go through that list and it's like, man, where do I even start? So my day-to-day is just kind of focus on one thing, and if you sort of just kind of check in every like a week or so, you'll at least see enough progress. So I think you want to space out the big picture check-ins. It's I guess like a marathon. You just keep looking down and don't keep looking up, and anyway, if you haven't heard about it, this Saturday we're gonna do the very first episode of Unfolding the Garden. So this is a weekly series I'm doing here on Twitch. Right now I kind of stream whenever I'm working, and I'm gonna start doing this one that's more like a dedicated, like a show. It'll be around 90 minutes, and it's gonna be 1 p.m. Central every Saturday. So I guess tomorrow, since it's Friday now, so tomorrow will be the very first episode. I actually have to go get a charger because some of the early builds are on a MacBook Air, so I gotta find a charger and do some screen grab. Yeah, I mean, it's I'm glad I could share that, because when I was starting out, game development streaming wasn't really a thing, but I remember reading all the devlogs and Indie Game the Movie and talking to other indie devs, and that was all really helpful. It is I mean, it's a long journey, and I think the key is maintaining that momentum. I see a lot of I've been working on this thing long enough that I've seen indie games come and go. Like, I don't want to sound like I'm some kind of veteran of the industry, right? But it's like there were indie games that started at the same time. A bunch of them have shipped. a bunch of them went nowhere. A bunch of them have shipped and launched sequels, and so yeah. And I'm not saying like I'm set up for success, but the thing that I've always been afraid of is losing that momentum. Like, you stop doing something and then it's like you don't hear about a game for a long time, and then the next time you know you like this game that looks exciting, and then you don't hear about it for like a year or two, and then the next time you hear about it, it's like it released last month, and you're like, what? So so I think having momentum is good, and just you just gotta, I don't know, like you gotta keep doing the little things. I gotta update my devlog. I'm amazed. I've still been updating the Manifold Garden devlog. You know, it's been so long. But you know, one post at a time. And I'll answer this guy's question tomorrow morning.
I'm about to show you something pretty amazing.
Oh, musical fractals. Okay, I'll check this out. All right. Let me get some food, drink a glass of milk, and I'm gonna go to sleep. And anyway, thanks so much for the support as always. And if you enjoyed the stream, you should follow the channel. And hopefully I'll see you later today. And if not, definitely hope to catch you. Hopefully see you all at the Unfolding the Garden show. And of course, this will be archived on my YouTube channel. It's the same handle as my Twitch. All right. Good night, everyone. I am going to host my friend Sid Weiler, who's another. She's not a game developer yet, an artist, super talented. All right, bye all.